My name is Todcoon, Annis Todcoon, and I arrived with the first in 1607, April. And when we arrived here, it was spring, it was sweet. Master Percy said it were much as if paradise had come to earth. But the spring and them cool breezes gave way to the heat and dryness of a rueful summer. But in God's way, the summer, in all of its hard, it gave away to the kindness of autumn. And with it, cooler breezes, the gentlemen, they was much taxed to find amongst them one that would go out exploring. And it within that Captain Smith, he were put in charge of all things abroad. He shipped himself in the shallop to search the country for trade. My master, Captain Martin, he sent me with Captain Smith so as to find food for him. Captain Smith first went down the King's River, the James as we call it, to where the King's River feeds the Chesapeake. 'Tis a village there, Kickotan, and it was there that Captain Smith first come to understand the naturals here. He traded with them for what commodities we had come to understand was in their mind, such things as brass bells and glass beads and the like, which they covet. In truth, they did. We come back with near 200 bushels of corn. That made the gentleman happy, to the end that Captain Smith would then sent west along the James River as far as the Chickahominy. And in October and November of 1607, thrice we went up the Chickahominy. What makes we English different from the naturals and they from we is that they've got not metal. Mind ye, the hardest we have to make tools on is iron. But the naturals of this country, they've got not iron, save that we have traded with them. In turn, the hardest have they to make their tools on is stone. But here's the conundrum. If ye take away the iron from an Englishman, hard is he to have a tool. Ye take away a bit of stone from the naturals of this country, still have they tools, but not of stone, mayhaps of the bone of animal. And if they've got not stone or bone, still have they tools, mayhaps of shell. But they'll waste not the meat, the flesh of the mussel, or clam, or oyster, for first they would take up that they find along the water's edge, and they will roast it in the embers of a fire. And once they have devoured it, then have they a tool that just is this, with a flat stone. They can turn into a scraper, or with enough into as sharp as a good piece of iron for a knife. They use mussels as well as I speak, oysters of diverse sorts. Mind you, this is a middling sort, for I have seen larger than this. They come from oyster banks, just off the edge of the rivers and the creeks. Oysters so thick in places, one growing upon the other, that they break as the water comes across them in waves, that thick and that close to the surface. Some places so thick they are that I've seen men attempt to walk from the water along what appears to be the water's surface, but 'tis little more than oyster banks. So thick they are, places vessels can't come to shore, or they'll ground out. Oysters they have, and beyond it from the Chesapeake, fishes of diverse sorts. There's bass, shad, herring, 3 varieties of perches I have seen, as well crabs, blue in colour. This far apart from point to point, enough I would think, 3 of them sufficient for a man even with the most egregious of appetites. The Chesapeake, it is a land as God hath made it.